Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to dive into one of the most important topics out there: how we can build stronger, more connected families. We're going to explore the emotional skills that can turn our everyday interactions into really powerful bonds. So, let's jump right in. We all know it, right? Family life can be a total whirlwind. You've got school runs, work, a to-do list that never seems to end. So the real question is, in the middle of all that chaos, how do we actually nurture the deep connections that we all want? It's something we all struggle with. But the good news is, there are real, concrete skills we can learn to make it happen. Just think about it for a second. Our family is the first place we ever learn how to deal with other people, how to handle our feelings, and how to make sense of the world. That environment, it literally sets the foundation for our kids' future relationships, their ability to bounce back from challenges, and just their overall happiness. It is their very first classroom for life. And look, this isn't just some nice, fluffy idea. It is absolutely backed by solid research. Studies show that the way we parent, the whole vibe we create at home, has a direct and measurable impact on our children's ability to navigate their social and emotional world for the rest of their lives. That's a huge deal. So, what are the actual benefits of working on these skills? What really happens when we intentionally create a family environment that's rich in this thing we call emotional intelligence? Well, the payoffs are massive. We see kids who tend to do better in school, they build healthier friendships that actually last, and they develop resilience. That critical skill of bouncing back when things get tough. They just become more socially competent, and the entire family atmosphere feels more supportive and, well, harmonious. It's a win-win for absolutely everyone involved. Okay, so we get why this matters so much. Now let's get into the what. We're going to break down a couple of the key concepts that are really the essential building blocks for creating that strong family connection we're talking about. And right at the heart of all of this is empathy. It's such a simple word, but it describes a truly profound skill. It's our ability to genuinely see and feel what someone else is going through. It really is the foundation of all human connection. But here's what's so fascinating. Empathy isn't just one thing. It actually has two parts. You've got emotional empathy. That's when you actually feel what another person is feeling. It's that gut punch that makes you want to help. Then you have cognitive empathy. That's the ability to understand their perspective, to imagine why they feel the way they do. And you really need both. One to give you the motivation to help, and the other to show you how to help in a way that actually works. So, empathy is a huge piece of a much bigger puzzle, and that puzzle is called emotional intelligence. This is the whole shebang: being aware of your own feelings, being able to regulate them, staying motivated, understanding others through empathy, and then using all of that to build strong social skills. This is what we're really aiming to nurture in our families. All right, we've covered the why and the what. Now for the part you've been waiting for, the how. Let's dive into the practical, hands-on tools you can start using literally today to build these powerful connections. Okay, one of the most powerful tools in your entire toolkit is something called assertive communication. Now, this is not about being aggressive or pushy, not at all. It's all about expressing your own thoughts, feelings, and needs in a way that's clear and respectful without blaming or attacking anyone. It is an absolute game changer for family dynamics. So, how does this actually work in real life? Well, it follows a really simple three-step formula. First, you just describe the behavior you see, with zero judgment, when the toys are left on the floor. Second, you share how you feel, using an I statement. I feel frustrated because. And third, you clearly and politely say what you need. I would appreciate it if we could put them away. That simple little structure can head off so many arguments before they even start. Of course, being assertive works best when it's part of a bigger culture of respect at home. And that means things like active listening. Really, truly hearing your child without jumping in. It means validating their feelings. Saying, I see you're really angry doesn't mean you're okay with them hitting their brother, but it shows them their feelings matter. And maybe most importantly, it means being a role model and working together to find solutions instead of just pointing fingers. And again, this isn't just theory. Research, like from the Encyclopedia on Early Childhood Development, confirms that when we create this kind of supportive environment, we are actively building our children's competence and their confidence to go out and face the world. Okay, for our last section, let's roll up our sleeves and get really practical. It's time to put all this amazing theory into practice with some fun, engaging activities that will actually build those empathy muscles. You have to remember, empathy isn't something you just have or you don't. It's a skill. It's a muscle. And just like any other muscle, it gets stronger the more you practice. The goal here is to make that practice a fun and natural part of your family life. Think of it like a workout for your heart and your mind. A fantastic place to start is just by learning to recognize and name emotions. And you could make it a game. Try emotion charades, or get creative with drawing or Play-Doh to make different feeling faces. Even your regular story time can become an empathy lesson when you just pause and ask, hey, how do you think that character is feeling right now? So once kids get good at recognizing emotions, the next level is to practice seeing things from someone else's point of view. This is where we build up that cognitive empathy we were talking about earlier, the ability to walk a mile in someone else's shoes. You can use simple, everyday scenarios to spark some really powerful conversations. For instance, you could talk through situations like these. The key here is there are no right or wrong answers. The whole goal is just to get your child thinking about all the different feelings and motivations that could be going on. It's an incredibly powerful way to build real understanding. And finally, the ultimate expression of empathy is taking action. Kindness is really just empathy with its sleeves rolled up, ready to get to work. It's how we show people that we see them, we understand them, and we actually care. You could even start a little kindness challenge in your family. And these acts don't have to be some huge, grand gesture. We're talking about small, thoughtful things, like helping out with an extra chore without being asked, sharing a favorite snack, or just saying something nice to someone who looks like they're having a rough day. Those little things have a huge impact. So, if there is one thing you take away from all of this, let it be this. Building a strong, emotionally connected family, it's not about a one-time fix or some perfect Instagram-worthy vacation. It's about the small, consistent, intentional choices we make every single day. The way we listen, the way we speak, and the way we show up for each other, especially when it's hard. And that brings us to the end, but I want to leave you with a question to carry with you. Based on everything we've covered, what is one small action, just one, that you can take today to practice these skills and strengthen the connection with your family?